Conversation. I am Joy Olu.
Good morning. I am Adebimpe Omotayo.
Okay, it's still raining in the city of Lagos. We are using this medium to appeal to all the Ghanaians to please do not take the wrong advantage of this weather. Do not dispose your refuse in our canals, in our drainages. If you do so, you are not doing anyone any good, because if there is flooding, all of us are going to pay for it one way or the other. So we are using this medium to appeal to all the Ghanaians to at least be on the good side of the law because of this particular good weather that we have this morning. Quickly, we go to our news point. Let's start from Lagos. Adebimpe.
Yes. Okay, unfortunately, another building collapsed. Lasema blames occupants as four-story building collapses in Lagos. The Lagos State Emergency Management Agency has blamed the collapse of a four-story building on the occupants' irresponsibility after they ignored multiple warnings from the Lagos State Structure Control Agency to quit the premises. The four-story building collapsed, leaving several occupants trapped in the rubble. However, Lasema and other authorities conducted frantic search and rescue operations, and all 10 trapped occupants were rescued and sent to a nearby hospital for medical treatment. We must continue to commend the Lagos State Emergency Agency for always doing the needful and always being at the point of every emergency. I can imagine how many emergencies have we had this week?
We have had
this week?
several.
This week?
Yes.
We've had several.
That building was marked, and they were asked to
marked by
evacuate
Laska.
the
Yes.
building, and they refused.
And they refused to leave. You know
They were
what?
actually
They refused, and they
renovating
were
the building.
renovating
Yes.
the building.
An already weak building. Oh, no.
Well, we thank God that
Unacceptable.
no life was lost, but oftentimes when I go to the island and I see some buildings,
If you know
I'm
that
like,
area.
are they in Lagos?
That area.
But it's not just
that
the
access.
island alone. If
Bookie,
you go
it
in,
is more on the island.
yes, you're right.
And a lot of sentiments, have been attached to this thing.
Because it is okay. This is my great grandfather's house,
Is that why you should risk your life?
and then
And the life of
developers
others.
are not even helping matters. Now that building had issues, and then you now went ahead to renovate it again after LAPSCA, flagged that building. We should take it. I think it's high time the government, not just the government, now the people now. Let's take responsibility for ourselves.
When you see something,
You say something.
Thing.
Don't just manage. People like to manage a lot.
And some people, they will get approval for a bungalow, and all of a sudden, you see 4 or 5-story building being erected.
And when there is a problem, they start to shout government.
Government, forgetting that they also played a part.
We all have a role to play in ensuring that the build sector is sane.
Okay, Joy.
All right. Federal government plans 5,000 CNG tricycles rolled out in 3 months. As the federal government steps its compressed natural gas adoption in the country, the presidential CNG initiative says plans have been concluded to roll out 5,000 CNG-powered tricycles over the next 3 months. This is according to the program director and chief executive of PCNGI, Michael Oluwagbemi. He said this on Thursday at the inauguration of the tricycle assembly plant in Ogun State. He says as the government has continued to galvanize resources towards a mass adoption of CNG in the country, the government has introduced several incentives, including value-added tax exemptions and custom duty waivers for CNG-powered tricycles and other vehicles entering the country.
Okay.
That's a very good one for
Becoming a
me.
reality.
Yes, it's a very good one.
It's a good one.
Gradually, we are moving closer to, reducing carbon emission
Yes,
in Nigeria.
yes.
COP29 is in November.
We have the
I am. That's why
with us today.
COP29 is in November. So when we go there as Nigerians, we have something to say that we have done this, we have done that. We have CNG vehicles
Not
now.
only about
How many do you see around?
I saw one
Very
this
soon.
morning.
We start
I saw
from
one
some.
this
Let
morning.
us
We
start
like
from
very soon a lot.
Jibola. Let us
I saw
start from
one
somewhere.
CNG bus
Bookie.
this morning.
Then why
did you see?
tricycles?
On
Why
Long
not
Bridge.
buses?
I did.
You saw
We have
Yes.
buses now.
Are we
I am
Indians?
CNG.
No, hold on now.
Are we
No,
Indians?
we have wait. Especially in Lagos here, there are some places where tricycles will take you to. Buses cannot take you there.
Yes.
True.
All those inner areas,
Yeah.
buses
Don't-
can't
don't
take
say
you
true.
there.
Roads.
I
You
don't
live in
think.
Yes.
the States.
But it's a federal government initiative. It's a federal government initiative.
But do you know what she said?
I said
she
saw
one this morning.
CNG
You
bus.
did?
Yes.
The CNG bus?
Yes.
She did.
Uh-huh.
She
Long
did.
Bridge.
So when we have CNG buses, we have electric buses. What are we talking about? When we get to COP29, we'll give it to them that we've done this in Nigeria. We've done that. They will clap for us.
Bukola, it's not about saying it.
The presidential,
You don't have to say NMC.
initiative on CNG buses. I think their plan is to roll out about 600 for the first phase. And when you look at the population of Lagos alone, Buki, let's be frank with ourselves. Lagos will swallow 600.
Rome was not built in a day.
Hey, before you want to start building your Rome, then
Rome was not built in a
make it
day.
significant.
Is that really your role?
Make it significant.
Rome was not built in a day.
I hear you.
The government, the federal government is doing theirs. States will also do their own too now.
What about local government?
Individuals too.
What about local
Get your own CNG vehicle now.
Can I afford it? Can I afford the
With
kids?
our minimum wage that is coming very soon.
Is it 60,000?
Anything can happen.
Or the 57?
Bookie
You
is
should be
playing.
We want to have
optimistic.
57.
I am very
They keep adding
optimistic.
3,000 to it.
I am optimistic. Let us be anything can happen.
Buki is sounding like a very good Christian. She's very optimistic.
I'm a
just like Joy.
patriotic Nigerian, actually.
Keeping the hope
I believe
alive.
in Project Nigeria.
Okay.
But jokes apart now, the CNG tricycles, they're also part of the palliative to cushion the effect of subsidy removal and, of course, the volatility of the economy. So we'll see how it pans out in the coming days. Bukola, your story.
Okay, so I know that I think 2 weeks ago we talked about local government autonomy on this program. So the headline says, local government funds, FG states begin legal framework June 13. The Supreme Court gave the 36 state governors of the Federation 7 days to file their defense to the suit brought against them by the federal government through the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi. The Apex Court held that filing of all processes and exchanging of same must be completed within 9 days. It therefore adjourned till June 13 for the hearing of the suit. Now, recall that the federal government took the state governors to court. Talking about local government autonomy. Now, in that suit, the federal government is asking the Supreme Court to rule that that local governments that have committee that are manned by committee now should have their funds withdrawn. They don't have elected local government chairman there.
So why is he having access to the fund of the local government?
They should not. And again, in that suit too, I like the fact that the federal government is also saying that now the funds due to the local government now should be given to the local government directly.
That
and
will
not
work.
through the state
That
government.
will work if it's done.
You know, we are being
I
on
can't
this.
wait.
We are being on
Yes,
this
that will
matter.
but now the federal government is taking it serious now by taking the governors to court. That's the right step in the right direction.
But
I
our
love
governor,
it. So I want to see what they want to
has
say.
exempted Lagos State
He has.
from, yes.
Okay. Development, grassroots development especially, will be so good and, of course, will be very fast if local government can have access to their funds directly. This joint account committee being run between states and local government is not doing local government any good at all. We had a particular guest on this program who said that
It is even illegal.
there was a particular governor who was given a particular local government chairman the sum of 300,000
For what?
out of his allocation.
For
Then he
what?
was wondering how that local government is going to survive.
Wow. And then you say they're not doing anything when they don't have funds.
Yeah, but you know, the
Give
majority
them-
of them, that position is actually a favor. So you dare not look straight into the eyes of the governor and challenge him that, why are you not giving me my funds? It is better in Lagos because we can see
What they are
development
doing.
at the grassroots, but in some other states, what is happening there? The local government chairman, they are more or less the lapdogs of the governor. So it is whatever the governor says that he will do.
So let's just wait and see the verdict of the Supreme Court. And let's hope that it goes in favor of the local governments.
We are
the
praying
federal
so.
government.
We are praying so. Okay, I'm back as the labor and
our
minimum
labor-
wage correspondent.
What's the update?
Once a labor,
Okay, the update is here.
always.
And you people will need to go and tighten your belts ahead of Monday. Labor may begin nationwide strike Monday, but with a condition. If there are strong indications that organized labor may begin a nationwide strike from Monday, the 3rd of June, over a new national minimum wage. This is as the tripartite committee on a new national minimum wage reconvenes today following abrupt Following the adjournment, due to Labour's walkout of last Tuesday's meeting, where it accused government negotiators of unseriousness in the negotiation, meanwhile accusing fingers are pointing to state governors of ganging up against the federal government to stall the ongoing negotiation. Labour's negotiating team had on Tuesday, for the second time in 2 weeks, walked out of the committee meeting after the federal government increased its offer marginally to 60,000 naira from 57,000 naira it offered on Wednesday, May 22nd. Labour was represented at that meeting by NLC, TUC, and of course, they walked out of the tripartite committee meeting after the government offered 48,000 naira initially and organized private sector offered 54,000 naira against the proposed 615,000 naira demand by Labour. Buki, the economy is not smiling. The inflation is quite high. People are barely surviving. If you want to use your church mind, what do you think should be the ideal minimum?
Putting me on the hot seat.
Yes, because you go to the market.
Yes.
Don't say the federal government is doing its best.
No, I'm not. For this one, I'm
because
not supporting
what
the
they are offering
government.
this time around, it is ridiculous.
Very ridiculous.
As if they are pricing tomatoes.
But you see, my issue is with Labour.
Answer first.
I really do not know. Let me speak for myself. Maybe 400,000. Maybe. Am I asking for too much? No, now.
No.
I work 30 days. And I really, really work. I work hard. So and the market is not friendly. And now, you know,
But
I know how much I buy fuel in my car.
Let's be real now.
Yes, I'm being realistic.
Okay.
But
you're being realistic.
But that 400,000, hey, you get a CB. But now my issue is with the Labour. This Labour, you people, Jibola. You people, my issue. I always have issues with you people.
Okay, so what are
We
the
have
issues?
trust issues.
Thank you. Because now Monday, we'll be trying to go on strike. Then Monday will now come 12 midnight.
Thank you.
And tell us, no, they've cancelled the strike.
John,
And then we don't...
Adebimpe, Bukola, I am NUJ.
Are you not part of them?
Union is.
You were once our...
but I'm not at the forefront.
You were once our chairman, Ajibola.
You understand union matters?
Yes, you do.
And all of us.
That is my issue. So they said May. The headline says May.
So it is conditional.
Probability. Many Nigerians don't trust labor unions anyway. We don't.
You're right.
You have trust issues.
The last time we had labor and when they went on strike, it really, hit the country. I was drawing Adams Oshiomhole. Yes, it was, battle for battle. Sorry, that's the last I can actually remember. For me, I can remember.
Labor people are telling you don't go there.
Okay, but for me as a Nigerian, and I can remember, the last strike that we had, it wasn't really, effective like that. For the last two or three
tell you now
strikes,
that, okay, they are going to go on strike tomorrow,
and
then all of a sudden midnight,
they
are not
call it
going
off.
again. So it was more or less like a comedy. And people don't really take them serious again.
I don't take labor unions serious anyway.
So Adebimpe, Buki wants 400.
Realistic.
How much do you want?
200.
200.
Yes, let's be realistic. Because we have some states that are just crossing from 7,000
to 30.
They should think outside the box and make money.
In Zamfara.
They should think outside the box.
Okay.
Some
People should
states
start thinking outside the box.
than the other. Would you compare my state to Lagos State? No.
My own concern is, can these governors pay? Can the states pay?
sustain? Some
That's
can.
another.
Some
Some
states
can.
can.
That's
But
another
how many?
question.
We should know how many, that's one. Then
how many?
secondly, they get more monies now
Yes.
from the
since
federation account
fuel subsidy
because of subsidy removal. What are they doing with it? They live flamboyantly.
Now, the story that you read, you talked about some state governors, stealing and, working against the federal government to stall that meeting.
yes.
Local government,
Do you think that's the reason why they are working against the federal government? You read that in the story.
Can't you notice that state governors are now G3, local government autonomy, minimum wage?
So they should just start thinking outside the box to, generate revenue for their states. Nigeria is very blessed. We can make money if we really want to. Don't wait on that federal government revenue now.
At least the politicians, they are making money. And we can see.
And,
they are living well.
Every day.
maybe our senators and, the others should reduce their,
I saw some things on
Bukola, aside from the lawmakers, the executives as
They should
well.
also reduce.
They should reduce their pay.
Yes, then we will understand. And we can now come
Our
to the
governors, what do they do
200.
with their security votes? It is so huge to now pay civil servants. I don't know.
Becomes a
But
problem.
that's 600 is too much. The 600,000 that labor, you should calm down.
Okay, so we'll see
Reality.
how everything goes. May 31st is the
Yes.
deadline, and then they are meeting again today. We hope that they will be able to find a common ground so that there will be no need for any strike, because we stand to gain nothing
At
when we go
all.
on strike, and it's
Yes.
the common people that will how would I call it now, suffer.
In fact,
at
the
the
nation
end.
has a lot to lose,
To lose, yeah.
when
Yeah.
we go on strike.
Okay, we'll quickly move to what is trending on X this morning. Quite unfortunate what happened in Abia State yesterday, where some soldiers were killed because they were celebrating Biafra Heroes Day declared yesterday by IPOB, and of course the Southeast governors actually condemned the killing of those soldiers. And you know, it's becoming one too many in the southeastern part of Nigeria, and we cannot continue to kill those who are defending the territorial integrity of the country. I saw that story yesterday, and you know, and I felt bad.
Sad. Very
You know, I really
And
do
that's
not
Joy's
understand. Yes, Joy is from that. He's from that. We are all Nigerians, anyway. It's one Nigeria. You know, I really do not understand what IPOB agitators are actually clamoring for. You are saying that you are protecting the interest of your people, and then you're
you're
asking them
hurting
to
your
sit at home, and then that sit at home order is affecting the region's economy.
It is on a
I
Monday.
don't understand. On a Monday, and
on a
tell them to
Monday.
sit at home.
It's affected children.
Yes.
who were
Now,
supposed to
last,
Why-
yesterday,
write their exams.
yes, Abia State Governor asked me, talk to these people to allow the students writing WAEC to go for their
Go for the
examination.
exams.
So what are you fighting for if you are not protecting the
You
interest
working
of your people?
against yourself.
That is it. I think they should reconsider this sit at
understand this.
home and everything that is going on in that region. You know,
The killing should
it's very
stop.
sad. The killing should stop. Killing people
just
would
hope
not
that,
solve the situation.
The federal government will not be pushed to declare state of emergency someday, because it is appearing like the governors are not really in charge of those states. Why would you have a governor somewhere and some set of people are telling people not to go about their lawful
Hijack
businesses,
yours. We
children not
hijack
going
the
to school?
state.
And we have a governor there, and you are the chief security officer of that state. We truly sympathize with the people of Abia State and others in the southwestern region of the
Southeastern.
country. Yeah.
The East.
Okay, that's what is trending on X this morning. We'll take a very short break. When we come back, the first part of the conversation will start on the show this morning. Migration is what we are talking about. Stay with us.